Hey everyone, Humphrey here with Radigods. I'm done with my 7 days, my first 7 days of Invisalign, and wanted to give you an update of kind of the things that you're going to run into when you first start this. So we're going to cover everything from eating, snacking, drinking, what can you eat, what can you drink, can you drink something before your tray cleaning. We're going to talk about tray cleaning itself, what do you have to do to keep them clean, to keep them from not smelling, etc. How long am I wearing the Invisalign every day? We're going to also end up with how do I take the trays in and out? Has that gotten easier? How long does it take? And finally, we will end up with talking. Do people notice when I talk? How is it when I go on the WebEx and the teleconferences and the Zooms? Okay, first thing, eating. You're going to lose weight on Invisalign. Your snacking is going to be a lot less, because it's such a pain in the ass to take the trays on and off, to clean them, and all that good stuff. So when you walk through the store, you walk by a 7-Eleven here in Thailand, and normally you'd be thinking, oh, I want that Snickers bar, I want the M&Ms, I want the green tea, the honey lemon tea, or a Coke or something like that. Well, if you know it's going to take 20 minutes to get the trays off and on and to clean them, you're not going to do the snacking. So snacking has gone down a lot. It's just the way it is. And so that's going to help with weight loss. Think of it as an extra benefit. Eating. I am pretty much on 1 meal a day now. I do, it's kind of a modified 1 meal a day. In the morning, I wake up, I'll drink like tea, I'll drink honey lemon tea, something like that, and I'll have a protein bar. And the only reason I'm doing that right now is because I'm going to the gym more, lifting weights, running, so probably a good idea to have some protein in the morning. And then I go up all the way up until probably 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and that's when I have my main meal, just a massive dinner. And so because I'm really only doing 1 meal a day, that dinner is humongous. So we're talking like a bucket of chicken, a KFC box with extra stuff. Drinking. When you have your trays on, you're only really supposed to drink cold water, and it's supposed to be cold. They tell you not to drink hot drinks with the trays in. I think this will make the Mormons happy, because you're not supposed to be drinking hot drinks. But hot drinks deform the trays since they're plastic. So you're not supposed to have hot drinks. With the trays off, you could pretty much do whatever, although I avoid the sodas and I avoid the coffees now. It's been a week since I've had coffee, and I very seldom have soda now while I start Invisalign. The coffee is not necessarily anything against Invisalign. It's because right before I had the trays installed, I had a cleaning, and guys like, you drink coffee, don't you? I was like, yeah. It's like, well, yeah, you can still drink coffee, but if you drink coffee, you have to come back for cleanings every 3 to 6 months. I'm like, how about I just stop coffee? So no more coffee for me. Now, can you cheat a little bit with the trays in? Yes, you can. What I do is there's this drink in Thailand at the 7-Elevens and the Family Marts. It's the honey lemon tea. Actually, I'll get it for you. Okay, so when you go to the 7-Eleven, one of the drinks that you can get for 20-25 baht is this Oishi green tea with lemon. I love it. I'm addicted to it. And so once in a while, I'll have it with the trays on. But what I'll do is immediately afterwards, I'll go back into the 7-Eleven or another 7-Eleven, and I'll swish my mouth out with water. And sometimes also, after the water, I'll do the mouthwash and then hit it with water again, just to get the sugar out of my mouth. You can have alcohol with the trays out. That's no problem. And once again, if you're willing to swish your mouth out with water, right afterwards, if the trays are in and you decide to have a beer, it's probably okay. One thing that I've read on the forums is red wine with trays, not good. You'll stain the trays, you'll look like the devil afterwards, and it's very hard to get those stains out. What about tray cleaning? Your trays are going to get nasty. That's because your saliva is going to get caked on the trays. And let's talk about the saliva thing. You will get a lot of slime on these trays. And the slime is very noticeable when you take them off. If you watch the movie Aliens, and when the alien opens its mouth and you have all that slime in between the teeth, that's exactly what it looks like. When you take the trays off, it's gonna just look like a bunch of slime. It's gross. So your trays are gonna get dirty, they're gonna start smelling. So every couple of days, you're supposed to hit them with this retainer bright tablets. I don't know what toxic waste is in this, but after you leave your trays in this blue gook or gump or whatever junks, the fizzy stuff, after you leave the trays in there for like 15 minutes and you take them out, trays are shiny as hell and they feel a lot better. Make sure you rinse it off because you probably don't want that blue stuff in your mouth. But you're supposed to, the dentist did tell me I'm supposed to use these every day, but I find that every other day is probably fine. Now, when you take the trays off, you're supposed to clean them with toothpaste or something. So I carry around an extra toothbrush, an optic white, the Colgate optic white, and I clean them. Oh, going back to the eating, I have started doing a lot more delivery and takeout. So I don't like to go to the mall and use the public restroom to take out the trays. I've done it a couple times, but people look at you weird. You're just screwing with the tray and trying to get the damn thing out. And when you get the trays on and off, you hear the snapping. And so if they don't know what you're doing, it's kind of weird, like someone's messing with their mouth. It snap, 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 and maybe you get self-conscious about it. So I've been doing a lot of takeout. And so the basic routine is I'll go next door to the mall. And this particular condo in Pattaya, View to Lake 6, I'm right next to Central Festival Mall. So I'll have the trays in, I'll go next door and I'll go to S&P, it's on the 4th or 5th floor, and I'll do my order for takeout. So it's like, I want this, and I'll come back in 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, I'll kind of walk around the mall, do a little shopping, do whatever, go to grocery store, then come back, grab my stuff, and take it back to the apartment, take it back to the condo, then take out my trays. And when I'm taking out my trays, since I know that the bottom teeth, I haven't figured this one out. It takes longer to take out the bottom tray. Top tray, I can get out in like 10 seconds. So since I know that the bottom trays take longer, to minimize the amount of time it takes to take the trays out, and to maximize the time that the trays are in, I take the bottom ones out first, and then I take out the top. Then I eat, and then I do my brushing of the teeth. I do my mouthwash, and while I'm doing my mouthwash, I'm using the toothbrush with toothpaste on the trays, on the upper tray and the bottom tray. Then I spit out the mouthwash, wash the trays under water, and then pop in the trays. Popping them in is much easier now. So after the 4th day or so, the trays have moved your teeth a little bit, and I mean, they're supposed to do that, right? So trays have moved the teeth, and the teeth have kind of settled down a little bit, and now taking the trays off and on has become much easier after day 3 and 4. So let's get into taking the trays off and on. The top tray is, I figured out this system after watching a couple of YouTube videos. I go from the back, and the back of the teeth back here, and I'll unhook that and I'll push it to the front towards the gums. I'll go to the other side, I'll take it down and push it towards the front, and then I just grab it through the 4 teeth in the front and just unhook it from the attachments and pull straight down, and it comes out pretty quick. Putting them back on is just through the middle, pop, and then do the sides. Also, what I've noticed is the first couple days, I was really screwing up, getting my gums caught in between the tray and the teeth, and then blood starts spurting out of your gums. Not a good look. But now what I've noticed is before I snap it in, I just kind of pull my gums a little bit away just to make sure I don't get the gums stuck in there. And also be very careful in the back. When you're putting the back in, I pull my gums and then push in to snap them in, and then pull here and snap them in. You'll get used to them after a while, but your first couple of days with Invisalign, you'll snap your gums in and start bleeding a little bit. I always carry the gummies around. It actually smells like mint, tastes like mint. The pool the pool noodle. Yeah, you're supposed to chew these for 5 minutes, 3 times a day, a couple minutes, 3 times a day after you put them in the tray. Remember to do that because there's been a couple times where I thought the trays were in, snap, 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 and then there's some. After you do this for a while, there'll be like this little voice in your head saying, I don't know, that tray went on a little bit too easily. I don't know. So do the gummy bear, the chewy, and you'll chew, 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 and then you'll chew on one particular tooth and you hear a snap, and that's where the attachment and the tray is seated. Like, oh, okay, cool. And so a lot of times it's been in the back, and so the back didn't snap in all the way. But a couple times it's been in this front quadrant area. So remember to use your chewy. I actually kind of like doing the chewy. It's painful, but it wakes you up. Oh, another thing, if you wake up and you're kind of groggy because you didn't get enough sleep, when you do the chewy, this freaking wakes you up because it hurts just enough to go, whoa, okay, that's a little zinger, okay, I'm awake now. Does it hurt? So after the third day, doesn't hurt at all. Like right now, I don't even notice it. When you sleep, you don't even notice it. So after the third day, you're completely fine, doesn't hurt at all. You will have a discomfort when you take the trays off, because when you take the trays off, you're torquing your teeth, you're pulling, and the attachments are catching, you're like, son of a bitch, damn it, tray, come off, man. So yeah, when you take the trays off, you will have discomfort. The first couple days, it does kind of hurt, but I would call it right now, when I take off my trays, I feel discomfort, but it doesn't exactly hurt. When you put the trays back on, no biggie. A little bit of discomfort, like for a couple minutes, but past the third or fourth day, you're completely fine. How long am I wearing them? I am wearing them for about 22 to 23 and a half hours a day, I would say. And yeah, I'm wearing them for quite a long time. I'm supposed to wear each tray for 10 days. And I'm going to guess that those 10 days are based on kind of the average amount of time that a person is wearing it. You're supposed to wear them for 22 hours. I'm probably going far beyond that by doing 23 and a half hours. I'm very diligent in minimizing the amount of time that the trays are out. I eat fast, so I don't have long stints of the trays are out. So yeah, I'm probably only missing about 30 minutes per day. So what I'm going to do, don't tell my orthodontist or anyone, what I'm going to do is, instead of 10 days a tray, I'm probably going to do 9. I'm going to cut that down to 9. Okay, and finally, the talking. No one notices. Yeah, I mean, yes, I notice that I have a lisp. I notice that there's extra stuff in the mouth, and it takes some getting used to. But I do multiple web conferences a day. I'm on video 4+ hours a day, 3+ hours a day. I'm on video, and no one notices until I tell them. Yeah. So my coworkers know, because everyone knows that, I said I got Invisalign, but unless I tell partners or I tell my customers, they don't notice. They don't notice I have Invisalign. Now, the more I think about it, I know a lot of people get Invisalign because you don't want people to notice that you have braces. My thoughts have changed on this. As an adult, you shouldn't care what people think anyways. Like, screw them, right? You shouldn't care. But also, as an adult, if you're going to spend thousands of dollars on getting your teeth better and getting braces, whether it's Invisalign or whether it's traditional braces, ceramic braces, metal braces, when adults look at adults, the fact that you are spending money and taking the effort to fix your teeth, to make yourself better, they should look at you better for that. It's like, wow, he's taking time to enhance their appearance. It's kind of like when someone's going to the gym and you get self-conscious about going to the gym. I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm at the gym, people are looking at me. No, dude, it's not that at all. There's a lot of people starting to go to the gym now in Thailand because the gyms have opened up. COVID restrictions, they're back open up. And so you're seeing a lot of new people come to the gym. They're fat, they're skinny. we don't care. The fact that you're at a gym, good on you. So the same thing goes for braces. If you're looking to get Invisalign because you don't want people to notice, okay, that's cool, right? But normal braces are fine too. The more I've thought about it, I would have been completely fine getting normal braces, but I think in people looking at me, cool, whatever, right? But I just didn't like the fact of having the hardware all around. These are smooth for the most part, and you get no irritation as long as you file the edges down. That's another thing. The Invisalign trays are not completely smooth. The edge of the trays, actually, let me get some trays. We've got tray 14 of 42. Holy crap, it's a long ways to go. So let me cheat a little bit. Let me open this tray. I'm not supposed to. Another thing, if you want some inspiration while you're on Invisalign, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's taking so long, and when will I see the light at the end of the tunnel? Take a tray that's 14 trays out. So this is tray 14, and look at it, and like, this is freaking amazing. This would be my bottom tray, and this snaggle tooth that I have is now, in this tray. It's now moving, and this hidden tooth is popping out. So this snaggle tray is moving, and you can see there's a bridge in between this, where they took out my tooth, the snaggle tooth, and one of the molars, and this is a clear plastic bridge that's pulling it. And this tray, this gap is, every tray it's lessening. So, I mean, this is pretty decent, and this side of my teeth are looking pretty good. So if you kind of want to see the end result and get the motivation and inspiration to continue, take a look at one of your trays that, like, 7 trays out, 14 trays out, 30, look at the end tray and go, wow, that's where my teeth are going. So this tray, the edges are a little rough and they could cut into your gums. So what you do is you go to 7-Eleven, you go to a cosmetic store, get yourself a nail file, emery board, something, and just kind of, work the edges until they're smooth. Just a little tip that I saw on another Invisalign video. And there's like 50 billion Invisalign videos out there, so I'm definitely not the one. So yeah, when you're talking with Invisalign, not a big deal. And yeah, so far it's been completely fine. First week down. I know I have many more weeks to go. But yeah, if you're thinking about Invisalign, that's what to expect on the first week. Eating, you'll have to change your eating habits. You'll have to spend 10 to 15 minutes a day cleaning your trays, but don't worry about that. Doesn't hurt. The hurting stops after the 3rd day, and then after that you really don't notice it. And be prepared to wear them 22, 23, 23 and a half hours a day. And taking the trays in and out, the top tray, it will depend on how messed up your teeth are, but for me, the top tray comes off fairly easily, getting them back on super easy. The bottom tray, I haven't figured this one out. This is still a punk, but hopefully as my teeth straighten out and this snaggle tooth kind of moves to the right, directly upright instead of kind of sideways, then it should be a lot easier. And finally, the talking and people noticing. No one notices. So no one notices the Invisalign unless I tell them. And yeah, even when I'm talking to people in the restaurant, after I've taken down my mask and I'm talking to them, they don't notice. They're like, whatever, right? All right, Humphrey with Router Gods, thanks for watching. And if you're starting Invisalign or you're thinking about getting Invisalign, yeah, tell me in the comments. And yeah, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.